The Bible's core message, made clear. Welcome to the Bible Point. Today, through Numbers, we will examine why misguided answers to prayer are frightening. After leaving Egypt, the Israelites journeyed through the wilderness and kept grumbling. Among them, a group began complaining that they wanted meat, and this attitude spread throughout the entire people, causing everyone to pour out their complaints to God. But what angered God even more was that they longed for their lives in Egypt and said they would rather go back there. Israel had been liberated from slavery to become God's people, a nation that made a covenant with God at Mount Sinai. God himself dwelt among them through the tabernacle. Yet they despised the God who walked with them, longing instead for their former life. This is no different from someone who, even after believing in Jesus, still yearns for and pursues the things they enjoyed in the world. In the end, God responded to their craving. But his response was not a blessing, but a judgment. God gave them quail until they were full, yet while the meat was still between their teeth, he struck them with a severe plague. The scriptures record it this way. But while the meat was still between their teeth and before it could be consumed, the anger of the Lord burned against the people, and he struck them with a severe plague. Therefore the place was named Kibroth Hattaavah, because there they buried the people who had craved other food. The reason they complained was that they were not satisfied with the grace already given and desired more. They were ungrateful for the grace of salvation, dissatisfied with the manna that came down from heaven, and demanded what was not permitted, thus bringing disaster upon themselves. Satan constantly turns our eyes away from what we have been given and toward what we have not, causing us to harbor complaints and resentment and drift away from God. This is precisely the scheme Satan has employed since the Garden of Eden. Therefore, the way to overcome Satan's temptation is to cultivate contentment. In Philippians 4 verses 11 to 13, Paul confesses that he knows how to be content in both abundance and need, living a life fully satisfied in Jesus. If we too possess this heart, we will not seek the wrong things driven by greed, but pray according to God's will, seeking first his kingdom and his righteousness. The incident of the quail warns us. Though God sometimes answers even greedy prayers, it may bring not a blessing but discipline and judgment. Israel ate meat as they desired, yet paid the price with many deaths. Therefore, we should not rejoice unconditionally when prayers are answered as we desired, for that answer may lead us to ruin and destruction. Israel named the site of that event Kibroth Hattaavah, meaning the graves of craving. This name serves as a reminder, let us bury our craving here and never harbor it again. May our prayers arise not from greed, but from gratitude and contentment. When we offer prayers of thanksgiving to God in the circumstances he has given us, and when we pray to fulfill his will, God will respond with joy.